to this extra time soccer special. And there's always a special atmosphere when Tyneside takes on Merseyside, the true power base of English football. Well, Newcastle United have made something of a recovery after a disastrous start to their Barclays League Division 1 campaign, and today will be a real test of their character and ability as Everton have run into championship form. Well, 3 weeks ago, the Gallagher Terraces were full of revolution. Newcastle had lost their opening 3 home games and the fans were out for blood. But this moment of magic against Southampton, set up by Paul Gascoigne's superb chip and finished off by a certain Mirandinha, seemed to lift the gloom. United went on to win 2-1, so breaking the St James's hoodoo, and the boy from Brazil knew he'd taken some of the pressure off a beleaguered William McFall. Can Mirandinha work the miracle today? Right, let's straight away join our commentary team of former Newcastle boss Jack Charlton, so successful with error this week. And first, Roger Thames.
Mirandinha may well remember that goal as his most important so far, but surely just as vivid in his memory will be his first taste of Merseyside football when Liverpool thrashed Newcastle 4-1 in front of a TV audience. Today, the Brazilian faces the Reds' Mersey rivals Everton, hoping this time the cameras will record a more encouraging Newcastle performance. Without a game last Saturday, United make one change from the team that boosted its confidence with a 4-1 Littlewoods Cup win over Blackpool. Young goalkeeper Gary Kelly is recalled in place of Martin Thomas, who's out till Christmas with a shoulder injury. Neil McDonald stays at his preferred right-back position, with Darren Jackson continuing in midfield. Everton's Trevor Steven was past fit this morning to turn out on the league ground nearest his hometown of Berwick. Steven injured an ankle, helping England gobble up Turkey on Wednesday night. His fitness means the league champions keep the side that crushed Chelsea 4-1 last week. Bobby Mims still replaces the injured Neville Southall in goal, while Adrian Heath is currently preferred to Wayne Clark as the striking partner for the informed Graham Sharp. Today's referee is Howard Taylor from York. So it's Newcastle United who kick off, attacking the goal to our right. A perfect day for football, surprisingly perhaps. Blue sky, a little bit of a breeze from end to end, and perhaps a little bit damp underfoot, but in all the weather conditions recently, a perfect afternoon, and a perfect position too to test if Newcastle's early season form is well and truly behind them. Jack Charlton, the Republic of Ireland manager, sitting next to me. Everton surely will provide as stern a test as there is.
Well, I hope they're not as stern a test as we had when we played Liverpool, but they're a very well-balanced side, Everton, and one who I'm sure Newcastle will do well to get a result here today.
Charlton immediately using the word we, so where his intonations lie, but here's Mirandinha with a chance, and Mirandinha put the ball in the net, but the referee has disallowed it. And Mirandinha not liking that at all, but the referee had taken a sign from his linesman, I think, very early on. We can have a look at that incident now, Jack.
Well, I thought there was, he definitely was, if there was an old shoulder charge in the game, that was one. And Mirandinha did extremely well to knock the ball in that. I thought it should have been given.
You wouldn't have been too happy if you'd been the manager.
I would have been very unhappy.
And they're not the only people unhappy out there, because this game has started off at a furious pace. And certainly Newcastle need to keep some control in a game like this, but the passions of the Newcastle supporters has been stirred well and truly in this opening minute. Peter Jackson being spoken to by the referee Howard Taylor, and Jackson will go up to take a forward position for this free kick to be taken by Brian Tinian, the young left back. Some big men in the Everton defence. Cornwall is at the far end of the box, but it's come across to Neil McDonald, who will have to play it forward himself. Gascoigne's made a good run and managed to keep it in, did he? It's Everton's ball. Pat Vanden Howell with the throw. Looking up the line for Heath, but it's come through to Roda. Gascoigne. Sharp. Didn't get a clean touch on it. Tinian now. Gascoigne's made a good run. And Ratcliffe was under pressure there. Gascoigne protesting again. That was the second good run he'd made in less than a minute. and a confident start this by Newcastle, Jack.
Very confident start. They start to play the ball very quickly in behind the Everton back four, which is a good ploy actually, because they are a bit square and they do push up and they rely on the pace of Radcliffe to get him out of trouble. But with Mirandina having the pace he's got, it's a good sign to start with this.
Really could be an interesting clash between Mirandina and Kevin Ratcliffe, defender and attacker of extreme pace. This is Gary Kelly. Neil McDonald feels moving into midfield temporarily might well have cost him his England under-21 place in midweek. Gary Kelly with a great chance to establish himself in the Newcastle first team. And Mirandina away again, pace proving dangerous, and fires the shot in. Mirandina so quick, and Jack Charlton so keen always to get a shot in.
Well, he showed how quick he is there because the two Everton players couldn't keep up with him and he just ran away from them. Made himself a good angle here, got it in wide. I felt the ball here should have been played across the goals, but his angle was almost impossible to score from there. He hit it into the side net and looked, there's a Newcastle player waiting.
Creary, Jackson, Goddard, Jackson. Tight but effective, but that pass let him down and Wilson cut it out. Sharp is up there with him, so too is Heath. Sharp was looking for Wilson to continue his run, but he couldn't quite make up enough ground. Ian Wilson, he's got another chance here though. Brandon Howe. Sharp. Nice knockdown for Heath, for Wilson. Brandon Howe. Peter Reid. Harry Stevens rather, available, knocking it back now for Watson. Fallen down for Snodin, and Snodin scores. Ian Snodin picks up the opportunity, and Everton have taken the lead. 9 minutes gone. Newcastle punished then, Jack Charlton.
This is one of the unfortunate things about having to play against someone like Graham Sharp. He was always challenging at the far post for balls, and I think it was McDonald who was put under pressure there, and the ball was dropped in front of Snowden, who just had a swing at it. It was unfortunate. It's a terrible place to head a ball. You never head a ball across your own goals, never. But it's under pressure by Sharp.
Well, Snowden gets his first league goal for Everton, and all Newcastle's confident start counts for nothing. With the scoreline, Newcastle United 0, Everton 1. And Newcastle responded so well to that early shot against Blackpool, but it won't be easy for them to respond quite so quickly against the league champions. Peter Reid. Goddard. Gascoigne making another one of those runs. And they've got a corner kick. Got to show some character now, Jack.
Yeah, but they're a bit unfortunate to be a goal behind Newcastle. They could have scored twice themselves, and that was just one of those unfortunate breaks that happened.
Gascoigne then with the corner kick. With the corner kick. Mirandina just wide. By no means the tallest man in that penalty box, but the corner was accurate and he got to it well. Better in the air than you would expect, perhaps.
Yeah, it was a good header, that, but I've not seen him do a great deal in the air. Probably the part that Newcastle do lack is somebody at the far post who can head the ball on crosses. But Mirandina, with headers like that, he'll score a goal or two.
Now. Jackson, Mirandina. Donald's made a good run here. A bit of room to work. Mirandinha, superb goal by the Brazilian. Mirandinha scores, and Newcastle right back in it now. And what are we saying about Mirandinha in the air?
He's proven to be a good header of the ball. Certainly got into a great position to get this. His movement to the ball was tremendous. Right in between two Everton defenders. And a great header. Tremendous goal. Good cross by Neil McDonald, by the way. You're not getting many better crosses than this behind the back four. No more than Newcastle deserved. It deserved to be a draw.
So, Mirandinha does it for Newcastle again. 12 minutes gone. Newcastle 1, Everton 1. And what a positive response by William McFall's team. Just as they did against Blackpool, they bounced right back. And that will probably do their confidence even more good. Mirandinha, toppled there. And I'm sure that Mirandinha's English has brought in a few more choice words, one of which probably was practice there on Ian Snodin, but Snodin's going to be booked. And what an eventful game we've had so far. So, Tinian with this free kick. Jackson won it, McCreary. Cornwall. McDonald. Looking for Mirandinha again.